Hi guys, we are back in this view, forgive me, and this is the tidiest thing I could do with my room, and there's going to be partially a little bit of my old bed and the new bed visible on the right side in this corner, and this is the best possible place I could keep it. Okay, it's just 4 or 5 feet here, forgive me, but I took the liberty to adjust my brakes again after I made my video. Like when I actually completely taped everything, I removed this until this portion, repositioned the brakes and re-gripped it and taped it. So, and I used the same tape which I used before for the video, so that's why probably a little bit of it sticking outside, which can be taken care of. Okay, so it's even more straight actually. I assumed that it was because of the broken stem, but it was actually the brakes itself. When I showed in the video, which was a little lower and the brake calipers were a little on this angle. Now it is straight. If I loosen the brakes a little bit, this would come down further. So it's all good. Okay, so the first thing you got to do when you want to replace your stem, which is this thing that's right here, so you might want to remove your handlebars. Okay, so you might want to remove these bicycle bell and loosen them up, remove your handlebar, remove the top cap, okay, and then the stem itself. Okay, loosen on the sides and remove the stem itself. So 5 mm for the top cap, 4 mm for this front face, for the face cap, okay, and 5 mm for the sides. Okay, so these are the 3 tools that you will need, and you will need a star drive to remove the bicycle bell. These are the things which we are going to do right now. Okay, I'll tell you after that what I'm going to do. Let me go ahead and remove the bicycle bell and come back to you in a short while. Peace. And by the way, you haven't seen me in any of the videos so far, as in like the unboxing of the grips, unpacking of the grips, or unpacking of this stem, 25 mm stem from Decathlon. It's only because I don't even know like how I look, because like I just woke up, had a coffee, not a bed coffee, I did brush my teeth. I said I did my chores, right? So I had a coffee and I straight away jumped into making a video, so you won't see me probably for the entire video. Okay, peace, bye. So I just removed the bicycle bell. Okay, and people might be wondering in the assembly video of this bicycle, why didn't I put it on the left side of the handlebar so that I could use my thumb to operate the bicycle bell? Because like in the video I would have shown like I have mounted this bell on the right side and I've been using this finger and my thumb in a different fashion to operate the bell, right? So either this way, pulling it rather than pushing it. Okay, it's only because when I'm going to push, I have only one thumb to operate the bell from bottom part to top side, only one finger there. Okay, so since this is not high tension bell, the lever doesn't require too many like probably 0.2 or 0.3 Newton meters of torque to push it. The pounds, the force, it's probably less than a half pound trigger, so you don't need so much strength to push it. I could do it with the help of all the 5 fingers when I mount it on the right side. That's why I did not mount this onto the left side of not onto the left side of the handlebars, but to the right side. When I mount it onto the right side, I could operate it with all my fingers. Okay, that's why. So if you are like me, you could mount it onto the right side and operate it. And if you are still using this kind of simple, affordable bicycle bell. Okay, this is off. Okay, bye. So So this part of the assembly and disassembly video, the recording is going on with only the internal mic of Xiaomi PocoF1. Okay, couldn't mount the mic over here on my tripod. Okay, forgive me. And for this part of this, changing the stem video, you will need a different colored tape. If you have a marker or a white color pencil, that will also help. Okay, but if you have a colored tape, that is even good. Okay, I'll tell you why. Just put some colored tape as close to the position of the current stem and stick this colored tape to your handlebars. Okay, and I'll tell you why in about a minute. Okay, sorry, my wheels hit the tripod, and I would like to do it on both sides. Okay, there you go. And by the way, I did not use this colored tape for a inner coating when I grip my handlebars. Okay. Most of the experienced people would have spotted it why, and if you are like the first timer like me, this is the very first time I'm changing the stem of a bicycle ever in my entire 40 years of life. Okay, so this tape will help you next time when you mount the correct or the non-broken stem to your handlebars. Identify the center position. Okay, right now my handlebars in center. Okay, so next time when I change the stem, to know like where to mount, it's better to tape it, and you have to put your handlebars, the stem face cap in this position. Okay, that's why you will need this. Peace. Next, I'm using some bungee cords. Forgive me for the unpacking in the video. Okay, elastic rope, that's what it's called. I call them bungee cords. Okay, you can use one, or you can use a wrap. You could use some rope, as such, or something else which comes to your convenience. Okay, so this rope, I'm gonna put this around the handlebars, a little bit, and lock them up and lock them up. Okay, you'll know why. Experienced people would have figured it out right now. It's only because when I'm going to remove the faceplate here for the stem, the handlebars will fall. You need something to hold the handlebars, as I have not mounted my bicycle to any bicycle repair mount. Okay, and for this thing to change the stem, you don't need a bicycle mount to repair. Okay, it's okay that you could do it when keeping your wheels totally flat on the floor, because when you mount it on your bicycle mount for a repair, when you remove the stem and the faceplate, top cap and everything, the front fork will fall down. So are the wheels. So to avoid that, we are doing this. Okay. Peace. Now I'm going to go ahead, use this 4mm Allen key and remove the faceplates. Okay. Peace. Hi, the handlebars are loose. Okay, so people might ask me so you have a broken faceplate, so why don't you just change the faceplate from the new stem and use it, right? Yeah, that was my first choice when I actually went to the Firefox bike store in Tiruchirappalli, that's my place. That's my city. I live in Srinivasan town, which is nearby. It's a river island. So that was my first choice of changing the faceplate, but you got to buy the whole thing anyways. And they only had the 31.8 stem, the bigger one. So I could not do that. And right now, Since this one has adjustable angles, I have to change the entire stem. Cannot just update the faceplate. Okay, and the screw mounts here for this faceplate are very different. It's 2 and 2. Okay, it's not far apart. It's like the X, and you could see, you could make it out, right? It's very close. So that's why. Peace. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the entire assembly. Peace. Just removed a screw, and you could spot a flake of aluminum, on my finger. You could spot that, it's coming out of this faceplate. So if you over tightening might, it's gonna chip out this faceplate or damage the threads of the faceplate. So don't do that. Just do it to the right amount of torque. 6 to 7 or 6 to 8. Okay, as mentioned in your stem. Okay, please. And I have got 4 more screws, just in case if I have to replace it in the future. So save them. Peace. Hi, I removed all of them. Okay, you have 3, and 1 struck to the faceplate itself, and here is the broken faceplate. Okay, so yep, it went through some serious damage, because I've been using my bicycle for 4 rides, with which I completed 52 kilometers with this broken faceplate on. Okay, so only holding on to the upright position of the handlebar, not standing up and pedaling, and not remembering not to put weight on the handlebars, just using it for steering. It's almost like I've been riding it with free hands. I'm not putting too much pressure on the handlebars so that the faceplate doesn't come off. I've been doing that for 52 kilometers, but now it's off, all good. Only 1 struck to it. I'm glad that I was able to do it with just this small size Allen key, and nothing was sticking on to this back plate and causing big trouble for me to remove it. Nothing like that happened. So I'm glad it's a good product in that way, but yep, it's done. And this video might take a little longer, because if I'm going to replace this, it's going to take only half an hour. But I'm making an explanation on a good build that people might get used with this small video, So I'm explaining it to you guys and then doing my operation as well. So 2 things at the same time. So it's going to take time for me. So handlebar is hanging out well and safe, just because of the bungee cords. All good. So I got to go and remove the stem. Peace. Okay, the top cap is off. Okay, I was able to remove the screw. They have kept the right amount of torque, to tighten it up. So hence I was able to do it with a very small Allen key and with my bare hands without any, too much of effort. And when you're tightening it back, just keep the right amount of, torque. If you have a torque screw, torque wrench, or torque ratchet, that will be really helpful. If you're doing it by your hands, use 2 or 3 fingers and tighten them. That strength is more than enough. Okay, so this is how the top cap and the screw looks. Okay, it should be around 2 inches of length. So yeah, it's necessary to remove the top cap to replace the stem. And the stem comes off. You might have to loosen this side ones to 1 or 2 turns. Okay, this also takes 5 mm Allen keys. Loosen them 2 or probably it should be loose by 1 turn itself. If you need 2 or 3 turns, use it. It should come off easily. Okay, so that's the broken stem. It's 28.6 on the inside. So these are the spacers they have employed. Okay then, peace. There you go, that's the inside of the stem. You could see it. It's carbon steel. It's It's like a regular plumbing pipe sort, you know. If you want, you could grease them. Okay, if you are actually, you know, leaning too much on your handlebar with the damaged stem, there are possibilities like you might damage this thread and you might want to replace the entire thing. Good that I did not use it for long rides. That's safe. I had some difficulties removing it, I felt like, but it did not damage the thread. Threads are good. So this looks little, you know, leaning towards the front, but I think it's safe. Okay, now I'm going to apply some grease to it, which I have, and proceed with my assembly. Peace. Okay, so here you go. This is the universal joint grease called wax pole. It's wax based grease. Okay, so moly based. That's what they're saying here. Okay, I have plenty of them. I bought this for my skating, which I regularly use it on my axles. So I'm going to use the same. Using my bare hands. A little will do. And please don't apply this grease to your stem. This is meant to hold your handlebars, not slide your handlebars. Okay, so don't use this. A little bit on here is no trouble. I'll wipe it off later. I kind of forgot and extended my application of grease. It was meant for the insides. Anyways, good. Learning it as I go. Bye. Okay, I quickly forgot why I applied the grease. It was just meant to prevent the rusting, you know, onto the sides of the pipe here. That's why. Okay, so it's like applying it and wiping it with a cloth, a dirty cloth, you know, means like it's coated. So it's not going to be greasy and, you know, slippery, but it has some protective layer for the rust. So that's why. Peace. So here comes the acid test, or lucid test, whatever you want to call. So I presume the ones with reading on the top, the 6 Newton per meter, whatever, you know, that is the front side, as in like to seat it, because 40 is the tallest angle, so that should be on the bottom. Okay. Oh, that slides well, but probably I might have to remove one spacer. I think I might have to remove one more. That looks right. And I'll add the one on the top. You need 3 mm gap for the top cap to go inside. So for the BTwin, when you're putting it on the Revin Fixie bicycle, okay, so you only need the bigger spacer on the bottom, okay, and you just simply drop in your frame, the stem, and you'll need the small size spacer, you know. Hope you can make it out in the contrast of the floor. So small spacer on the top. You cannot screw your top cap like this, okay, it will damage the stem. So you need, and the screws that goes inside. So this is what is required. And for now, what you got to do is take your 5 mm Allen key and give it a gentle tight. Okay, not too much, a gentle tight, just to, you know, keep it in place. Not too tight, but just to be in place. Okay, so just in place. Okay, I guess I have tightened it too much. Not too much, like a little more than what it needs to be to turn and everything, Loosening it, yeah, that's good. Now I will have to keep the wheel straight and keep it straight a little bit. Okay, it's good, all looks good. So I'm going to tighten the angle of this thing. I've given the right amount of tension over here, and I'm going to use the Allen key, 4 mm for the bottom screw, and give the right amount of tight. Just using 2 fingers right now. I mean the pressure of 2 fingers. So you could get it with the contrast. Pressure of just 2 fingers, okay? Or holding it this way, okay? That's done. So I'm keeping it on the 0 angle, okay? And I need this 110 mm of this thing, length, okay? So it's kind of raked to 15 degrees naturally. That's how the fork is, okay? The fork naturally inclined a little bit. So if I have to straighten them out a little more, I will do it after I mount the handlebars, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and remove the faceplate, okay? I'll move this back a little bit, okay? You just have to go and remove the faceplate. Simple, oh, bigger. It's 5 mm. I think with BTwin, except for the bottom screw for the angles, everything else is 5 mm. So go ahead and use your 5 mm Allen key and take off these screws. Patiently, there is a washer with it. All these screws of BTwin are aluminum, so be careful when you're using it, when you're threading it. Okay, it has some lock nut solution coated already. Okay. It's okay if it is dry, it's going to keep some friction when you're going to tighten it up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and remove all of them and come back. So the entire faceplate came off. Okay, make sure you're keeping safe the washers as well when you're saving the screws separately. Okay, there is some breathing in my camera's autofocus. Mobile phone, dude. So this is the faceplate. This is how it looks. Okay. Good. I would like to show to you guys like how much is 3 mm when you put mount the spacers. So see the gap between the actual frame and the spacer, without that, with that. So you're having some height. Okay, so this is made of aluminum. Okay, so if you're using a carbon fiber bike, you might have a carbon fiber spacer, and you might want to coat a little bit of whatever that is being given to you for for the carbon fiber material to create friction or something if you need, with your stem and everything. Okay, so this is how it looks without and with the stem. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead, put the handlebar inside and tighten them up. Peace. I'm holding the faceplate for a moment, and I'm going to go ahead and put the top cap. Okay, so just keep screwing in the entire thing. Okay. I actually thought of using the electric drill, the battery powered drill or the powered drill to tighten all these things up. Then I felt like let's not do that, if I have to, by accidentally damage these things, that should not happen, right? So I did not keep too much of tight. I'm loosening this up a little bit. Okay, so top cap is fixed right now. Good. I've got only one camera with me, my mobile camera, so I got to remove it from the tripod and just show it to you guys for every close-up shot. So this is how the top cap looks after locking it up. Okay. Spacers and the new stem from Decathlon and the spacers. It's pretty seamless, you know. It looks like one component, but this is going to turn. Nice, well done. Good components. Okay, but when you are using your Allen key, you know, sometimes if you hit the spacers, you know, the paint chips off, but that's all right. I'll coat it with oil paint or something, you know. Peace. So now it's time for the handlebars to be mounted. Okay, I'm ready with the handlebar. So good that we taped it. Okay, so you look at the damage that I have done with the broken stem. Chipped off all the paint from the handlebars. Oh, look at that. It sits perfectly in the diameter that is needed. That's brilliant, isn't it? So here comes the acid test. Acid test as in, like, I have a record of breaking the faceplate, so I shouldn't do that here. So, oh, it's moving. To my surprise, there is a gap, you know, for the stem. There is about 0.5 centimeters gap or 0.4 centimeters gap between the faceplate and the stem itself. Okay, let me go ahead for a brief moment, and check with my 31.8 stem. Okay, peace. Okay guys, I have the 31.8 stem over here. Okay, see the gap? There's quite a bit of gap here. So I think the 31.8 is not for this. It's okay if it has some, 0.4 centimeter gap with the plate like this. Like there is a gap with this one to this one. So that's all right. I'm going to allow that. Okay, because this one is too big. So definitely I did not make the wrong decision. I bought the right one. Peace. I'm going to go ahead and tighten the faceplate now. Peace. Okay, I've gotten the faceplate and all the screws in place. Okay, I haven't tightened them up. You could see the handlebar is falling free. Okay, I'll go tighten them up in the X pattern. 1, 2, 3 and 4, or like 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, since top one stays odd, so it's 1 and 3. This is 2 and 4. Okay, peace. I'll go tighten that up and come back. Okay, at this point, since the handlebar is in place, you won't need the bungee cord or any sort of straps that you employ to hold the handlebar. You could go ahead and take that off. Okay, there you go. So see how beautiful it looks. Nice. Okay, it's sort of centered right now because of the tapes. So all I have to do is, keep it partially in position and go ahead and tighten them in the X pattern. Okay, so just using the 2 fingers pressure and 1.5 turns per the bolt. Actually I went with 3 and 1 for now. Bottom one seems like a little tightened, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that and come back. Okay, peace. It's in moderate tight. If I'm going to apply pressure, it will change. It'll drop actually. So it's kind of centered right now, which you can see it from here. So this is the point wherein I would advise you to go, hope it's visible to you. Okay, advise you to go hold your front wheel by your legs and adjust the center of the stem. Okay, making it straight to your frame. Okay, this is the point. Hold your front wheel, adjust your stem that it is centered to your front wheel. So when you have done that, okay, go ahead and give the right amount of tight to your stems backside screws. Okay, to the right amount of torque mentioned in the stem itself. Okay, at this moment you can also tighten this top cap. Okay, after which you can come back and tighten them completely. Okay, so the assembly is done for now. All I have to do is correct it again if I have to, and tighten them up. Okay, so the assembly of the stem is done. I'll show you the complete assembly when I'm done. Okay, if you want, you can go over the bars, keep your legs on both sides, hold your front wheel and tighten them or center them up when you're adjusting the bars. Otherwise you can do it my way also. Okay, so the assembly is done. Peace. Thanks. Hope I'm visible. Yeah, I'm good. It's tight, centered, straight and comfortable, and it doesn't move. Okay, when I apply pressure. Okay, I'm not going to stand up and pedal. I've not raised my seat levels. I was not raising my seat levels only because the stem was broken. Okay, so with the raised seat pedal seat, you might lean in more and apply pressure to your handlebar and it'll move. And with the broken stem, I couldn't do that. Right now the stem is perfect. I'm still not adjusting the heights of my seat. I'm going to go for a ride and test it later. Okay, so that's the idea. Now at this point, when you feel like you're done, you can go ahead and remove the marking tapes which was used to center the handlebar to your stem. So that you can remove and get rid of. Okay, you're good now. The stem is fixed to my bicycle. Peace. This is the Revin Fixie. It's done. Handlebar is straight, brakes are straight to my liking. Okay, I took the freedom to install the bicycle bells as well. Thank you. Here is the complete roundabout of my readied bicycle.